Take it, Sylvia.
Get it on!
Atta girl. For this chapter, The Magnificent Five, we are introduced pretty much right away to a semi-cutscene.
Alright, let's go kick some... Oh, something doesn't feel right.
No, something definitely does not feel right. Remember how many quote-unquote bosses we've fought up to this point? Yeah, it's been about 5, so that means the 5 we have to fight are the 5 bosses again. This is a slight surprise. There's not much to say for this segment, I'll be honest, because this literally is just a rehash of all our past boss fights. And it's really, they're all kind of greenish, because they're all made out of stone, basically. And by the way, this is a technique I didn't show before, being able to... Oh god, that's great. Being able to hit the stones that get knocked down from the ceiling, back up at old Charles here, and of course I can never dodge him when I need to. And then do the zoom in and the punch. Yeah. This is the, of course, preferred technique that I, for whatever reason, neglected to do before. They're still as annoying as always. The thing about the boss rush is, I call it a boss rush because that's basically what it is, but I mean, it'd be more of a rush, of course, if there were like 10 or 8 like any Mega Man X game, for instance. And there's no transitionary cutscene, you pretty much just bleed right into it. Yeah, not even any time to, like, do power-ups or whatever. Get as many of these canisters as you can. Yeah, take your time, the bosses will be there, you know, Hulk Davidson, of course, is not going anywhere. His fat ass will still be where it always is. I'm gonna try to... Wow, I knew it. Right when I said that, I knew it. I'd be like, I'm gonna try to be more cautious about defense, maybe get some kind of reasonable grade for all these fights, but... Wow, I am just doing pretty poorly. Oh, come on! Should have taken dodging that, but whatever. But yeah, and even here for Hulk, as you can see, there's pretty much no difference between the first fight, and I need to... There we go. Can I extinguish him now? Apparently not. Yeah, them being made out of stone is the only explanation I can think. They're kind of just like jade statues of their former selves, so it's like, whatever. Oh, yeah. Probably should get these canisters. I think there are enough in this room to where I can get a thing up. Because we're so used to... Damn it, just one short. And there I would have officially died to Hulk Davidson if I hadn't had the take 5, or take 2, or whatever it is. And there I was, the first time we fought him, proclaiming how easy he was, and I, of course, stay by that, but... It's different when you don't have more extensions on your VFX bar, because you start a new chapter, so your canister count reduces to 0. I'm not gonna blame it, though. I shouldn't be doing so poorly. Now that I have... Grand Bruce won't be... It's not the hardest fight, so whatever. I always find it funny how little his tail thing is when he's out of water. I'm not positive, but from the looks of things, it looks like the health bar... Holy shit! I didn't realize how quickly he could go down when he was panting heavily like that. I was gonna make the remark that the health bars for all these bosses looks a little more. And that of course would make sense, because when you refight a boss, unless it's done like note for note the same, which these more or less are, otherwise you expect it to be like a little more challenging, but another Joe is still as annoying as possible. This Magnificent Five, though, it makes you wonder, are we going to fight Alastor? I wonder. Because there was an image of a different-looking boss. Damn it, fake one. God, again. Thought I had him on that one. But no, there was a different image of a boss there. Is Alastor going to be included in this wonderful, Magnificent Five? I wonder. Oh, whatever. I know that it's probably not a matter of concern to anybody, but I will apologize briefly while these fights are literally just rehashes, and there's not much to say. I will say the reason I have not been uploading as much this week, and I haven't even been doing much towards my Donkey Kong Country Returns LP on Legendary Gamers, is because, for those of you who know, the current profession I'm in is technically my master's. As a music major, and we had a concert week this week, so it was kind of hellish, because work was also being crammed into that, and it just ended up being really kind of overload, and at the end of the day, I'd have, like, no energy to even think of playing, much less recording any voice over anything, so... over the next few weeks, though, I should get back into a steady kind of upload. Schedule, I don't know, my upload quote-unquote schedule has never been very consistent, so whatever. Ugh, that was terrible. Oh, now we have no save, so you know what that means. No Alastor for us. I do need to pull myself up to full health, though. And I will say one thing about this quote-unquote boss. It is a new boss fight. And for me, at least, I say I pretty much need the take-two for this boss fight. Because even with the final boss included, you'll see why I think he's one of the hardest. But here's a cutscene.
Joe!
Joe!
Hey, Sylvia. I was looking for you. What are you doing there, anyway?
Yeah, right. I've been watching you all along from here. You were so busy showing off, you hardly even thought about me.
Hey, that's not true.
So you're the one who's been knocking down Shadow members like dominoes.
The final battle. Okay, this is where I defeat you and get to go home with Sylvia as my reward, right? Right? You may as well give up, because I am going to foil all of your grand plans.
My hero.
Not bad, huh?
Quite a character, I see. How about we strike a bargain? You join our forces as the newest member of Shadow HQ, and once we've conquered the world, you can rule over half of it. Oh, and I'll throw in the girl as well.
Even if you offered me the whole world, the real world doesn't need a sweaty flame blower like you. The world's hot enough with me in it.
Well, that's a pity. We only just met and already it's time for you to say goodbye. When I'm done with you, there won't even be ashes left!
Ooh, are you saying you're too hot to handle? Try me.
So in that cutscene, we were reminded of why Viewtiful Joe is a terrible protagonist, because Sylvia quite blatantly explained, yeah, he pretty much forgot about her. And yeah, he was offered the cliche of being offered to join their forces and rule the world with them. And this is the hardest boss. So this guy is Vernon Leo. He's a giant dog-like character, I guess. And yeah, his shtick is blowing fire, of course, Vernon Leo. Again, no relation to the Kirby enemy, of course. And the basic method of fighting him is you have to be on fire, having used the speed-up move. And that's the only way you can touch him, because otherwise he's too hot to touch. And he has a shield that, as you just saw, we have to break. And when he does a spiraling attack, you have to dodge 5 in a row, which I'm, of course, not demonstrating right now because I'm so bad at this fight. It's really nerve-wracking because it gets going really fast, so you kind of... and even, like, that dodge doesn't count, so you have to... I don't know, I'd recommend just slowing down when it happens, and then... there, like that. 5 times, and then he gets dizzy, and then you can beat the shit out of him. And that's the process. He jumps back in the lava and does the whole thing all over again. And those falling rocks will hurt you. Again, you punch those while sped up to get on fire. And what I don't understand is, I guess I just, since I never did use it very much, I don't really get exactly how the catching on fire thing works, because it's not like it lasts for very long, so you don't exactly get the chance to hold it getting all the way over to him. At least I don't. So I could be doing it wrong. I wouldn't recommend necessarily following this LP for gameplay advice, I guess. Oh, can I get him now? I guess not. Third time's a charm. But yeah, apart from what, you know, just being difficult to maneuver with, what makes it so difficult is that it's easy to get hit, and it takes out, pretty much every attack he does takes out 2 hearts. Like just getting hit by some of these falling boulders takes out 2 hearts. All the flame attacks deal 2 hearts, and of course his basic, you know, him attacking you things deal 2 hearts. And when you're not on fire, you can't approach him. So you have to maintain being on fire, basically by getting close to him, but he'll only start firing these fire attacks when you're exactly on the opposite side of the arena from him. And yeah, sometimes he just reloads it if you take too long getting over to him or something like that. Yeah, this is a... like I said, this is a tough fight, and even to this day, I still, as you can very plainly tell, have trouble maneuvering with it, so... I don't know. I guess just best of luck to you if you get this far. I remember, the first time I played this game, I actually never got past Grand Bruce, so it took me a while to actually get this far. And in adult mode, you actually don't see the little things, so you have to go by what sound he makes. So yeah, I will not be playing through adults mode for that reason. So yeah, time to beat up Vernon Leo and get our girl back.
Joe has finally succeeded in foiling the evil Shadow's plot. Peace will return to Movieland. But a question still remains in Joe's mind. How were the evil ones permitted to get as far as they did? What was their motivation? And how would he know that it would not happen again?
Sylvia! one from the beginning part.
No matter what, I shall rule the real world. I will show you how weak and inconsequential you are.
Come on, Six Machine!
Yeah, you didn't think Burnin' Leo was actually the last boss, did you? Even the first time I met him, I knew he wasn't. And yeah, they made us try to think that Joe actually did care about Sylvia, when he only really did when he actually was able to see her. Whatever. It's storyline. It's not really the best here, but it is fun. And wait till you see the ending. I'm not going to spoil anything, but it's pretty awesome. So, we won't get to that next time, but we'll get to it eventually. Speaking of next time, see you guys in then.